Former President Donald Trump turned himself in at the Fulton County, Georgia jail on charges that he illegally tried to overturn the 2020 election. This is the fourth criminal case against Trump since March, when he became the first former president in U.S. history to be indicted.
So he remained the front runner at this point for the 2024 Republican nomination, but making history in a different way today. Thanks for being here with us tonight. At 11, I'm Joel D. Smith.
I'm Jasmine Brooks. With this case taking place in a state court, it's already proving to bring us a unique look at the justice system as it all unfolds. Christine Frizzau reports.
Welcome to just the latest chapter of what's been a growing list of indictments against the former president, who continues to insist he's a victim of political persecution. An unprecedented snapshot in history. The first mugshot of a former American president, Donald Trump, surrendering at the Fulton County jail for his alleged role in trying to subvert the 2020 election in the state of Georgia. He was processed and released on a $200,000 bond under an agreement he would not intimidate witnesses and co-defendants, including on social media. An agreement that legal scholars say may loom large in the case.
Can they threaten revocation of bail if he says things that he believes helps his campaign, but which the authorities believe may endanger the neutrality of his case? That is a very difficult and delicate balance to strike.
Trump defiant as he headed back to his plane.
What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
Most of his 18 co-defendants have already surrendered, including 3 of his former attorneys and his former chief of staff, Mark Meadows. The 4 indictments called politically motivated by some, while others, including former Trump allies, have said the president did appear to commit several crimes.
All conspiracies involve speech, and all fraud involves speech. So, free speech doesn't give you the right to engage in a fraudulent conspiracy.
Some raising concerns over threats of violence.
Are you worried that they're going to try and kill you? Why wouldn't they try and kill you, honestly?
They're savage animals. They are people that are sick, really sick. We have a country that's very fragile right now.
It's a country also in the midst of the 2024 presidential campaign. 8 of Trump's rivals on stage Wednesday night for the first GOP debate, while Trump has maintained a hefty lead in the polls, which has only appeared to grow with each indictment. Looking ahead, District Attorney Fani Willis has filed a motion to set the trial date for this October 23rd. That is less than 2 months away. In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzau.